Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at the Powermaster Optimus Prime reissue. This is the gift set from Commemorative Series 2. And on the front you can see a window with Powermaster Prime in there and the Apex armour. And on the front we've got a bit of artwork of the upgraded Powermaster Optimus Prime, which does pop open with a bit of Velcro. And you get a little bit of a closer view. You can see the head there, and you can see the little Powermaster. That's Haikyuu. Going around the box on the top, you can see the super long convoy mode, and you see the city mode, and the trailer, and the small robot, and Powermaster Prime, and God Bomber, and the full combination mode. On the side of the box there you can see Optimus Prime, Rodimus Major and Ultra Magnus all reissued in this wave, and we've got Starscream on the bottom there, and on the other side just more pictures of Powermaster Optimus with all his different bits. On the back of the box we can see some artwork there with Optimus Prime taking on Pretenders. And in the bottom you can see the cartoon sort of artwork of Haikyuu on the bottom there. And on this side we can see Powermaster Optimus Prime Apex Armour, Optimus Prime. That's actually the normal Optimus Prime, I don't know what he's doing on here. And Apex Bomber. I should point out that he was called God Bomber. He was a Japanese only release, and in this reissue they took the Japanese release. Obviously they couldn't call him God Bomber because that's not very appropriate for children in the West, so they call him Apex Bomber. On the inside of the box we get the big plastic tray. This one does have a cardboard back piece to it, and in the back there you can probably see the instructions and all the twisty ties and stickers and bits that came with it that I just threw in the back there. So there's Prime. There's the little trailer, there's Haikyuu, there's the head, the missiles. We've got the guns, we've got some more guns, some wings, and his missile launcher. So with this set there are quite a number of differences between the regular Powermaster Prime and the Japanese release and this reissue. This is based more on the Japanese version, but it is slightly modified from what we got there. So this is Haikyuu. Don't know what his Japanese name was. I have no idea. And he's the Powermaster. And he's tiny. But he does differ in that he's got this big chrome bit on his back. And he transforms into an engine block. As ever, you've got to be very careful with these arms because they will break. And we just flip his legs up like that. Turn him over. And there he is. He's now the Powermaster that will fit into Optimus Prime's cab to allow him to transform. This is the cab section. This is the smallest Optimus Prime in this set. And you probably noticed already, he does differ slightly from the Western release. He has chrome smokestacks for a start off. Now in the West, there were big smokestacks and they were just grey plastic. In Japan, there were chrome smokestacks, but they were still big. And this release, they're chrome, but they're shortened. Why they do this, I have no idea. I think it's just to annoy fans, to be honest. Another difference, this whole front section is die-cast metal, and it makes this figure extremely heavy because that's one big chunk of metal on there. It does also mean if you're going to buy a loose one, you've got to check for paint chipping. Now on the front here, I can't remember, did Powermaster Prime have a chromed bit around the front there? I'm not sure, I don't think he did. Other than that, he's very, very similar, he transforms exactly the same way. And we can take the little Powermaster and we can plug him in the front, and that will push this little bit back and allow us to move the legs down. Now if you do have one of these and you don't have the Powermaster, you simply push that in and push the little white button and it will allow you to release the legs. If you don't do that, you're going to break it. So just bear that in mind. So we'll do it properly. We'll plug him in and he locks in nice and firmly there, and that now frees up the legs, and then we can flip around these feet. They're very tight on this one. Spin him over, just flip these bits round, drop his arms, move that bit down, and pull out his head, which is also very tight there. So this is Optimus Prime transformed. As you can see, he's a little bit more cartoon accurate with the curves on the chest there. Now, I'm not sure, did the original Powermaster Prime have a shiny sort of foil stickers on there? I can't remember, to be honest. And I'm not sure if he had the same eyes as well, they look slightly different. His arms do move, but only at the elbows, and this piece sort of sticks out the front. It does clip in a little bit better than I had it there. And he's got some nice stickers on there. We've got a little bit of curling going on already. Typical Hasbro reissue stickers, not the greatest. And he does suffer from his feet joined together, which is a bit silly. And on the back, he's got a big engine stuck out of him, and he's got two cabs that are significantly different. So that's your basic Optimus Prime. So now we add his trailer, and this is virtually the same as what we would get in the Western world with the regular Powermaster Prime, except for one quite major difference. These hands on the original, they were red and they were solid, they didn't retract or anything, but these ones do. They're blue and they slide up and down out of the way, which is, it's a great improvement in my book, that is. This figure comes with the same accessories that we got with the regular Powermaster Prime. We get two of these gun things that can sort of form a little seat in the city mode, and we can stick them on the sides if we really want to, but it does sort of look very daft really. But it's a good place to store them when you're in vehicle mode. And we've got his hand cannons, and they'll fit on there, but as with all of these, it's going to blow his hands off there. So that's pretty much the truck. It does have one more little feature. We can pull down the back bit there, and if we had a little mini bot handy, we could drive it up into the back. It only goes into that far, so you're not going to get a big transformer in there, only a mini bot. So this thing is Apex Bomber, or God Bomber as I prefer to call him, and he's a big shiny trailery thing with wings, and this is very, very silly looking. Now in Japan, I should explain, this character wasn't actually Optimus Prime, this was Ginrai, who became God Ginrai with all the bits on. And this thing was called God Bomber, and this would fly along whenever it was needed. It would carry the, what were they called, the Headmaster Juniors, Cab, Shooter and Minerva, and you'd see them sat in there in the little windows, and this would fly along, and then it would combine with Ginrai to form Super Chojin Ginrai, or whatever he was called. And it sort of made a bit of sense in that continuity, but in the Western continuity it doesn't really fit. But it's very shiny, can't complain about that. There's a lot of chrome on there. But the problem is it's just made up of bits. It's like, what can we sort of throw together to get an extra mod out of this power armour basically. It's very rattly, there's no die cast in it. We've got no rubber tyres on any of this set, and it's basically just that. So we can attach it to the truck, so we'll just wheel him back in. Now this is going to get pretty big and it probably won't fit on the screen. And what you do is just sort of slide that underneath. It doesn't really lock in, it just sort of fits in the gap underneath there. I'm going to go in, there we go. So we've now got super long convoy battle thing. Now he does have. Now we can also take this cannon, this rocket launcher thing, This does fire. Now I'm not sure if this has been modified from the Japanese release, but I would imagine it has, because that missile's massive. It does fire, but it's one of them oversized ones, and this will just pop in that little part there. Give him an extra little cannon on the back. So yeah, this is a very, very realistic looking truck. I mean, I see these all the time. All the time, going backwards and forwards. It's just, what the hell is this? It's good, it's big, it's very big. It's, what, 1.5 foot long? But, yeah, take it or leave it really. So that's the truck mode. So this trailer, it does have a city mode, and what we do there is we lift that so that's flush like that, and that then allows us to open these sections out, and then we take the legs and split this apart and pop it down, and we've now got this little bit, and we can bring these forward and we can flip over these ramps. If we push these down and round, and they will go up like that. And finally we take this thing and do whatever with it really. You can use it as a tower or a gun or whatever you like. So we've now got a little city sort of thing, and we can fit on these little guns. These will just sit on there. Or we can put them in there if we wished, but there's a reason I'm going to leave them down there. We can put these guns in the sides of the arms, like so. And we can take a little high Q, and if we move his legs wide like that and turn him round, just show you closely, you can see there's a little couple of pegs there, and he will straddle this gun, and those pegs just lock into the bottom of him, so he can fire these little guns. And we can take Optimus Prime, who's pretty big considering this is meant to be a city, and we can stand him on his little base there. And as you can see, that gun now looks a little bit dubious for where it is. I mean, do you point it up, do you point it down? Wherever you do with it, it looks a bit dodgy. So we're going to stand there up like that, and we're going to just leave him there. So that is Optimus Prime with the little city mode, and you can, it's only really good for mini bots really. It won't fit the big transformers on there, and yeah, looks daft, but it is a triple change of this one, so yeah, it was sort of compromise on some of the mods. So if we go back to this section, get rid of these ramps, get rid of that bit, flip those back over. No, we can't, we've got to do the arms first. Just bring them down, get them out of the way, put those like that, bring these down. We've now got some legs, we can bring this around, flip out some hands, and just get rid of that. We've now got a little bit to stand Optimus in. We take Optimus Prime here and sort his feet out, and what we do is we get rid of that, lose his head, put him back into truck mode basically, and then bring that all the way up like so. We can actually put IQ back in here as well, just to give him somewhere to go, so he can stay in there. And then what we do, we just take that bit and slot it in there, and we've now got the headless body of Powermaster Prime. Now this set does come with a head, and I believe this is just the same as what we got with the Western release of Powermaster Prime, and that just pops in the top. And we can also take these guns and put them in his hands, So there you go, that is now Powermaster Prime. Now have you ever wondered why his head looked a little bit too big for his body? He's got no leg articulation or anything really. He's got some reasonable arms. These are better than the normal version of this. But he's got this massive head. Now that will make sense because when he combines with God Bomber, that head is actually in scale. So, this is God Bomber. Let's take him to bits. This isn't a transformer, this is just a collection of pieces that form together in one mode, and then you take them apart and do something with them to make another mode. So that's all his basic components. Now we'll start with these pieces, and what do we do here? We flip these little bits around, and that gives us a pair of legs. Forget which way they go now, I think it's probably that way. And we take this piece, and that flips round, gives us a head, and we can stick that in the legs like that. Moving on up, we can take this section and put it around the back, and this will just clip into these pegs there, and that gives him a back. And we have to take these and put them into here. Now you have to do this because the arms won't fit on if you don't. So they go like that, and we take these arms, these are hollow, and these just go into here like that. And you can take his gun, and it will, because of that little bit there, it will fit on in his hand there. So that's God Bomber, Apex Bomber, whatever, and there's Powermaster Prime. So as you can see, he's pretty big. He's not a transformer, he's a collection of bits that looks like a robot. So that's God Bomber and Powermaster Prime. Now we can also combine the two and give us the Super Powermaster Optimus Prime, whatever you want to call it. So what this involves is basically taking Powermaster Prime and adding a load of bits to him. So we can take these sections, and these will just clip in underneath, a little toe at the back and a little bit at the front, and same on this side, and that gives us some bigger feet. You can sort of put the legs like that, or you can put them like that, however you want to do it. I'm just going to leave them like that for now. Next we can take this section, and this will go over his chest completely, hide in high Q, which makes him pointless in this mode. And we need to get rid of these guns, and we need to retract these hands, because these are going to be his new hands. I'm going to stick them on there. And while we've got them in, we might as well put the guns in. Then we're going to go around the back, and we've got this bit, so we need to move that out of the way. We take this guy, get rid of his head, and these two pegs there will go into there. And that will form his new backpack, and that bit just sort of stays like that. And we've got these bits still, so let's stick these on his legs. Give him some ankle cannons, if such a thing exists. And then while we're on the back again, we've got these sections. Now these go this way on now, and they will fit into these little holes on there, and give us a sort of small pair of wings. So he's starting to take shape now. So up at the top, we take this gun, and instead of plugging it in with that peg, we plug it in with that peg, and it goes in that little hole there, and gives us a shoulder mounted missile launcher. So the only flaw with this really is the legs, because yeah, they leave them like that, or they haven't spread out. But he's huge now, he's absolutely massive, he's a tower above most Transformers, with the exception of the obvious Scorponok and Unicron and Fort Max and things. But he's way bigger than Metroplex and most regular big Transformers. Yeah, he's not posable really. He can move his arms a bit up and down. Other than that, not a lot. You can still sort of fire his missile. But his head finally looks in scale. And that does make a big difference. This is way better than just Powermaster Prime on his own. As you can see, those wings look a little bit small. He couldn't really take off with wings that small. But he's pretty good. He's very shiny. So yeah, this is one I would highly recommend picking up if you like your G1 Optimus Primes. Can't go wrong with this guy. He's huge. So there you go, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Like I say, it is a little bit different to the other releases we've seen of Powermaster Prime. Obviously God Ginrai in Japan. So there you go, this has been Luke with Powermaster Optimus, Apex Armor, God Bomber, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for watching, see you next time.